than what you are now. Hello guys, it's Bessie ROBELYN here. So, we all know that being negative is a self-limiting thinking that can lower your confidence by diminishing new experiences and opportunities. And you are going to feel less than what you are. The same goes by overthinking. Because we all know that overthinking can lead to an over-stressful life and you will start to develop an anxiety disorder. First thing first, guys, your toxic parents has a negative impact on you. This is really true, you know why? Because basically, you have inherited their toxic behaviors and their self-destructive thoughts on you. So you start to insult yourself, you start to think that you're nothing and you do not deserve any better in this life. And you have false belief that negatively influence your life by justifying bad behaviors or making yourself less or having fear of rejection, which is also a trauma response. They also have made you think that you're not enough and you need to do more. Do you know this K-drama called The Penthouse? So basically, in this K drama, we have Verona. She wanted to be a really famous singer, opera singer, and she went to this high school. But we have a girl that she used to bully her because this girl Hambyul, she was forced by her mother to be an opera singer, and because her mother is an opera singer as well. So this person, she was bullying her because she was really good on what she was doing. And her mom, she was doing everything saying, you need to be good at Verona. So she had done everything because she knew like if she would fail her family, especially her mom, she will do bad things to her and the same for her family because when you're doing something that you do not like and you're forcing yourself to do something, you'll always feel like that you have done nothing. And those kind of parents, they make you think that you're not enough and that you need to do more. And you start to be ungrateful of your achievements no matter how big they are, and you will feel that you have done nothing. Second thing, guys, you are taking failure as something bad. Maybe you got scolded by your parents, by your family, by your friends, by your teacher, and in general, the society. They made you believe that failing is really bad. So you have a fear of failing and you started to belittle yourself, and especially you stopped to do what you were doing. But the problem is, guys, do you know failing is really important? If you want to go further in life, you need to fail because failing will just teach us what we have been doing wrong and what we need to do better. Third point, guys, you are perfectionist. This is really common nowadays. You start to think that everything needs to be perfect. And because of that, you're not happy since you're not satisfied by your work. And when you're a perfectionist, you are procrastinating and you're holding yourself back with so much anxiety because you have this fear of not making this work perfect. But this is really important because sometimes our first work and what we start to do, especially like if you want to aim perfection, you need to fail, you need to make a lot of mistakes. And the first time when you're going to make a work, it's not going to be perfect. You need to work and work and work until it's going to be perfect. The fourth point is the external environment affects you. The neighborhood that you live, no matter if it's a rich neighborhood, poor neighborhood, middle class neighborhood, if you live in the city center, in the suburbs, or in the countryside, and no matter what country do you live, so the neighborhood that you live can impact the way you think, can impact your mental health. Basically, if you live in a bad neighborhood, you will start to have a lot of bad habits. You will meet a lot of people who are not even healthy. I mean, you can still find good people in bad neighborhoods. It's just more difficult. When you're encountered with a lot of people who have like a bad mental health, you will start to be like them because you accept that those people are normal. So you start to act like them, you start to think like them. And this is not really good because when you think negatively, even negative things will happen. The second point is when you live in a big city, like I don't know, Berlin, New York, Casablanca, Paris, the way of living is also really stressing. Okay, I used to live in Paris, and basically a lot of people are depressed and a lot of people are stressed because life in Paris is really stressful. You have commuting to take with a lot of stranger. There's a lot of danger in the city, especially in the night and especially when you go in the suburbs of Paris. The same goes like everything is expensive. Having a normal life in Paris is really difficult if you do not earn the good amount of money. And you have a lot of different people. You never know if these people are safe and those people can be dangerous. Or the same goes, you have a lot of work to do and you have to do this and that. Like everyone is going in hurry. And basically, a lot of people in Paris smokes because they are not happy in their life. And yeah, if you live in a big city, it's also really difficult to sleep because you have a lot of noises. You have like people living next to you, you have like traffic. I don't know, there's a lot of light, and if you do not have a big black curtain that you can sleep in the dark, it's really hard to sleep. And when you do not even sleep correctly, your mental health with time will just get worse, your body the same. If you have like a lot of money and you can live in the big city, like it does not give you any problem, that's okay. But if you do not earn a lot of money, I can just recommend you to live in a village near to a big city, and you'll be more calm, like you have nature. And yeah, so if you have the chance to live outside the city near to the nature and like in little space where people are friendly and everything is more healthy, just do it. The fifth point is your friends makes you invaluable. Having toxic friends makes you feel bad about yourself, and they show their bad side to you, and you start to show your bad side as well, and you will start to act like them. And also, let's say you start to say to your friends, okay, I want to be a famous singer, I want to be the best chef ever, I want to be an astronaut, and they'll be like, you can do all of this, why can't you just think like a normal person, why can't you just accept this, why you always want things to be higher, why you want this, why you want that? Guys, those people are not your friends, and I do not even know how you can accept being friends with people that do not even know who you are, and they do not even accept what you want to be, and they do not even respect your values. And the same goes when you have toxic parents. It's really, really hard to know who is this person toxic or not, who are toxic people and who are healthy people, because you are used to live in a toxic environment. And when you are used to live in a toxic environment, you will start to be friends with people who are toxic because you are used to it. But when you find someone who is really healthy, you'll be like, this person is weird, this person is boring. And the problem is, you want toxic people, and at the same time you say, I don't want to be toxic, I don't want to have toxic friends, but you don't even know how to differentiate a toxic person with a healthy person. Number 6, comparing yourself to other people. Why do you do that? So you might be comparing yourself to other people because your parents have been doing it for a long time, and you got this habit about comparing yourself to other people, thinking that their life is better than yours, which is harmful because you're allowing yourself negative thoughts that can lead to guilt, and especially it can lower your confidence. Especially, you need to realize that those people have different goals in lives. Everyone has different stories. Everyone come from different backgrounds. People can be good on something and not be good in something else. People have problems and some do not have problems. People are healthy and some are not healthy. I guess if you compare yourself to other people, just tell to your mind, those people are not you. You are following a different path. 7, playing the victim. This is one of the worst thing to do, being a victim of everything. You might think that it's everyone else's fault, but it's never yours. So you think that you're the innocent one because you're victimizing yourself, and I'm really sorry to say that. Playing the victim is one of the most unattractive thing in life. Because you will never understand that it's your fault, and you will never try to change to be better. You'll say, okay, this is not my fault. It's the fault of this person because he didn't do that, he didn't do that. No. No, 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 no. You need to realize that what you're doing is not good, and you need to change it so you can be better than what you are now. You need to realize that sometimes it's also your fault. No matter what work you have done and it's not good, you need to realize that what you have done is not correct. This will help you to go further in life and accept criticism. The eighth point, what other people think about you. Have you ever found people who do not care about the judgment of other people are so attractive? If you tend to do or act differently to other people because you have this fear of what other people think about you, this will only make you miserable. You care so much about what other people thinks about you. It's because you feel like that you have this cage on your eyes, which is the jail, and you start to do this because you need validation from them. You need to be accepted because your parents, your toxic parents, didn't accept it the way that you were. And because of that, you have killed your personality because you want to be fit in, you want, people to give you attention. At the end, you'll be like, who I am. Now it's time to change. Grab a paper and a pencil and write everything that I'm saying to you because it's time to be healthy. It's time to have this positive thoughts because you deserve it. Number one, share to a close friend or a therapist about your thoughts and what are you thinking now. Because we all know when you open up to someone, you feel so released. I think a therapist is even better. I know like therapy is so expensive, really expensive. But a therapist, it's his job to make you feel better and to heal you. So if you open up to one of your close friend because he will help you, to make things, okay, you have done this, you will feel more relaxed after that, and you'll be like, okay, I do not hold this negative thoughts in my mind anymore. Your friend and your therapist will help you to keep those thoughts in perspective. Number two, no relate things. No, 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 guys, this is really bad. Nowadays is really common. People try to tend, to relate on many things. Like, you have a lot of sad people, and if they want to feel better about themselves, they do not do something to feel better about themselves. What they will do, listening to sad music, watching sad things, consuming, all things that will just make them sad. You become what you consume. Because, at the end, it will just drain you mentally. Go outside and take a walk. Because taking a walk, you will feel better. 3. Self-care. Yes! Self-care is one of the most important thing. Self-love is self-care. Self-respect is self-care. Do sport. Do you know doing sport is really important because it will make you feel good mentally and especially will make you feel good physically because now you care about how your body looks like. And especially when you're doing a lot of sports, you start to have more energy if your sleep is good. And especially you will feel so healthy about yourself and so proud of yourself, and you'll be less negative about this as well. Eating well and healthy. Okay, nowadays it's really hard to eat healthy. I do understand now that in the supermarket you only find food who are really processed, and especially like even you want to buy something normal, you look at the ingredients and you have a big thing like this and you're like, what the fuck is this? What I'm putting inside my body? Because you should know, I know eating healthy is so expensive. This is like really true. But if you're eating food that is so processed, it will not be really well digested. And you should know, when you have a bad digestion, your gut will hate it because your gut and your brain are connected. And when you have a lot of bad bacteria on your gut, those bad bacteria will make your life a little bit hell because you will feel so irritated, you will digest so bad. It will play a huge role on your mental health. People are so depressed, and when they have a good gut, they're happy. It can also play for the acne. Look, I have acne as well. I really recommend you to eat fermented food like sauerkraut, fermented cauliflower. You know, Russian people, they love fermented food, and okay, I love it. It's so delicious. And it has a lot of good bacteria and bad bacteria, and it will balance your gut. And eat a lot of fruits and this, you will feel better. Third, sleep more. Sleep at least 8 hours. I can understand. It's really, really hard to sleep when you come from a toxic family. And even if you do not live with your parents anymore, you still have so many traumas on your body. And it will still be hard to sleep, especially if you're someone who has a lot of anxiety or someone who is stressed. And also, the environment where you live is bad because, as I told you before, if you live in a big city where you have a lot of light, you need to sleep because when you sleep in the dark, you sleep so fast. And you know, when you sleep so low, when you wake up, you just feel so bad. You will feel so irritable. You feel sluggish, like everything hurts, your muscle hurts. And especially like it will affect your mood, it will affect your mental health, it will affect the whole day. It's really hard and I can understand this. So sleep more, okay? The fourth point, limit your screen. This is really common nowadays. A lot of teenagers, a lot of young adults, they spend so much time on their phone. And it's even worse in Asian communities. You know, when you go to China, like people are having their phone the whole day. They're so addicted. And it's even worse when it comes from social media because we know social media, it's a fake word. I really recommend you to delete social media. Because when you delete social media, you feel so good. You do not even spend so much time on your phone because social media has a lot of stimulating content. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to see one more. I need to see one more. You need to see one more. And 2 hours will pass. So I recommend you to delete social media unless if you are a content creator. And especially, you know, when you have social media, you have this thing called FOMO, which it means maybe one of your friends has so many friends, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be like them. You need to remove social media because you will start to compare yourself to other people. Number 5, practice a hobby. If you start to find some new hobbies, you will be more occupied on things that you will learn and that you will love, especially you will love. You would be so focused on a hobby, especially like you will learn so many things, and you can also talk about new hobbies to other people. It can be really good if you want to meet some new friends. And you're spending time for yourself, which is really important because spending time for yourself is a form of self-care and self-respect. You are taking care of your time. You are making yourself really important because you're learning something new. Last but not least, journal, and especially the bonus tip, be grateful. Okay, I really love journaling. I do that every single day. Some days I just forgot because I have so many things to do. And you know, I recommend you writing your own thoughts. But you know, I want to say something. If you live in a toxic family house, I recommend you to write the journal in a different language if you can speak another language which your parents do not speak. But I believe if you're from the United States and you only speak English, I recommend you to learn a language. Or find a way, you know, to invent new letters so they couldn't understand because toxic parents, they do not care about privacy. And when they do not care about privacy, they can read everything. And if you have some thoughts about them, they will kill you. They'll be like, my son is so disrespectful. Last but not least, journal, and the bonus tip, be grateful. Journaling is one of the things that I do every single day, every single night especially. And journaling will just make you feel better because you're just writing your thoughts, what you have done during the day, and especially you can write your bad thoughts. Let's imagine this. You're a person and you have this black energy, which is bad energy. You write this and you visualize this black energy coming outside of your body and going in this journal that you have written. And I also recommend to be grateful, how to practice gratitude. Just say, I'm grateful for waking up this morning. I'm grateful for living alone. I am grateful for being, I don't know, having a beautiful skin, having new friends. There's a lot of things to be grateful of. Even I'm grateful for eating well. Because when you learn to be grateful, you will start to understand and you will start to realize how lucky you are. By the way, this was Bessie Robin, and I hope, guys, I really hope, guys, that you will make it far in this world. And I believe that you're going to make it. So I love you so much. Ci vediamo la prossima volta. Ciao.